Well, g'days.
What was that?
Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to France. Now, we had a plan of getting down to northern Spain, and we were going to push ourselves on pretty quickly. But we had some sad news, and so we decided to delay our exit from the UK. And in fact now, because next week in the part of Spain that we were going to be going to looks like it's actually going to be almost as cold as 0 and -1. So we've decided to slow ourselves down a little bit, moseying down through France. Now, despite the weather today, I think pretty much all of Spain and France are going to be hit by more inclement weather over the next couple of days. But yeah, we're just going to slowly take our time driving down to northern Spain.
And that actually works in for me as well, because the next few days I've got quite a lot of work coming. So it means we can just do a few hours a day and then I can stop and work for the afternoon while Nigel can plan the next move. Because you know I don't plan anything.
Absolutely not. So we left yesterday afternoon and we drove down to our little sort of favourite park up Montreuil. We couldn't actually get a place in the official area, so we just parked in a little car park because I think there was a pétanque competition going on. And then this morning, it was a rather nice, peaceful sunrise.
It's because I wasn't there.
Yeah, someone was in bed sleeping. But as I say, a nice, peaceful sunrise. I mean, Montreuil is a really nice place to either go to just before you get on the Eurostar or whenever you've just exited, because it is a nice little village, lovely little friendly air and stuff.
Although this time is the busiest we've ever seen it.
Yeah.
We've tended to be there out of season, it's been really nice, but it was mobbed last night with people sitting out in the sun having beer and coffee and stuff. And we upheld our trying to be good and
I had to drag this one away. She was like, let's go for something to eat, let's go for a drink. And I was like, no, back to the van. We then drove on this morning, just about a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours. Now, I didn't really record any footage because the roads in this sort of area are reasonably flat. Now, we have been, because we're not now rushing ourselves, we're mostly hopefully going to take the non-toll roads. So we've driven on about 3 hours into a little village called Harcourt.
Or Harcourt, probably how they pronounce it.
And as you can see, it's an absolute thriving, buzzy metropolis.
Yeah, it's one of those places that has got zero chance of me living in it. I'd get so bored.
Now, of course,
Pretty though, I have to say, in case anyone's watching from there. It's very pretty.
we've only been in France less than 24 hours and we have already picked up the second baguette. And as you can see from this footage, the second one we picked up, it's a monster. And you can tell that Nicola has been baguette shopping. I mean, that's
Not
just...
even my first.
And look, she's even been nibbling off the side. Oh yeah, and as is always the case, we've ended up with excess bread as well from yesterday's baguette last night in Montreuil. But yeah, this is getting beyond ridiculous now. I mean, where is that supposed to go?
I think we should have a competition.
Nicola would like for people to guess how many baguettes we're going to eat on this trip.
And that's assuming, let's say 6 months, end of, where are we? End of October. By the end of October, how many baguettes do you think we could have consumed?
You do the maths, guys. Just don't count the calories. So now, as Nicola said, she's got a little bit of work to do. We're just going to go back. It's only 2:30, really early in the afternoon, but we're just going to wander back to the van, the little park up, and just chill out for the rest of the afternoon. It's a really peaceful little area. Lovely houses around this area. Although he says peaceful just as
a load of motorbikes.
Load of motorbikes come down. Always the way.
Hilarious.
Always the way. All I've got to do is say, isn't it lovely and quiet? And the craziness happens. I don't know why they're going down there, because the Chateau de Harcourt is closed, unfortunately. But yeah, we're going to wander back to the van. Chill
I was
out
going to say,
for the
going to
afternoon.
chill. I'm working all afternoon. I won't be chilling.
I'll be working too. Working off that pan. Actually, there is a sports field behind us.
You should be working off that pan.
I might be going for a little bit of a run later on. But anyway, back to the van, chilled out evening, and I guess we'll catch up when we catch up. But yeah, welcome to France, the land of big pans. So there's me, just about to do a little cake test. And off camera, while I was getting all of this mumbo jumbo set up, she's already ramming it in her mouth. Apparently it's coconut. It looks a bit
It's nice.
wibbly wobbly blancmangy to me, but
It's like a coconut pastel donato.
that's a very good description. A coconutty pastel donata.
It's nice, isn't it? The size of the bit you're taking compared to how much I take at a time. I like that.
Not bad. Well, good day again, guys. So we left the little sleepy hollow that was Harcourt, and one of the features, obviously we're trying to avoid the toll roads as much as possible, and one of the features of the little sort of lanes that we've been driving down is the rapeseed oil fields. Just blasts of yellow. Absolutely stunning. Driven through a couple of sort of national parks. Now, our plan was to get close to the Loire Valley. We still had about 2 hours left to go, and we pulled into a little friere in a village that I'm not even sure of its name, and it actually looked pretty decent, so we decided we're really not in a rush. So we just parked up here, and the little area that we're parked up at is rather nice, as you can see here. I think we have even surpassed the quietness of Harcourt. I went for a little wander, and yeah, it's even quieter. But it is a Sunday afternoon after all. Of course, everything is, well, the only one place that would be open, the little sort of bar to back place, is completely shut. But that's okay, so we're getting a bit of work done. Nicola still has some work to catch up on, and it just means that we have this afternoon just to chillax. And what we're going to do then tomorrow is push on just those extra 2 hours and hopefully go and park down by the Loire, in the Loire Valley beside the river. But this is all rather nice, so I'm going to get on with some work here, and then I think it's lunchtime. It's always some kind of food time anyway. Oh, and we had another baguette, or we bought another baguette, so are you taking note? Quite a good call to stay here, wasn't it?
Definitely. It's brilliant. Really lovely. So clean here and picturesque and quiet. Just hear the birds. There was people fishing this afternoon. It's really, really, I can see why people gave it 5 out of 5.
And I've even been on this contraption here doing my chest press-ups, which probably means tomorrow morning I'm going to be in pain. It's absolutely beautiful. See you in the morning. Wow, a waterfall. And as well as a waterfall, I'll put the little screenshot up here. As you can probably hear all around me, loads and loads of birds. It's disappeared off into the undergrowth here and hasn't been out for a while, so whether it comes back out again, who knows? Who knew there were waterfalls in here? Fun fact, back when I did my primary sort of profession was wildlife photography, or I guess at that stage it was just a hobby. I was actually doing a little project on waterfalls, and got this picture there as well. What fabulous, fabulous little creatures. And that's even before my first cup of coffee this morning. Brilliant. Well guys, welcome to the Loire Valley. Now we have been here before, but I don't think we were vlogging that particular trip. It was our Normandy and Brittany trip. I think we just popped into the Loire for a little while. And it is absolutely beautiful, although we did just get chased by a huge swarm of either wasps or bees. I was like, run! And you were like, nah, don't need to run. And then she realised she needs to run. But it's absolutely beautiful here. Now this is where we had hoped to get to yesterday. Of course we are just really slowing ourselves down now, but nice little air, just very basic, quite a quiet village. You get the theme. I've just noticed the river's flowing the other way today.
What?
It's because it's after the spring equinox.
Are you making this up?
No, and then after the autumnal equinox it'll flow the other way.
No, that can't be right. Yeah. Really? You're making...
Almost got her, almost got her.
I wanted to, there's a beautiful, is it lilac or lavender plant up there? We'll show you on the way back. Is it wrong if it's outside someone's garden to take a cutting?
Especially
apparently it is.
It's a very manicured little sort of gardeny bit.
They wouldn't have missed a couple of little bits for the van.
Basically we've turned up, the first thing we did was eat beans on toast. Typical kind of Irish thing to do, and now we're going to go and steal someone's plants. Not the done thing to do, Nicola. Really, really beautiful. She's still thinking about stealing it.
I am. Still, I can see it.
Let's go for dander. Look at her eyeing up this beautiful garden here. So this is as you can see, a very well manicured garden. So the last thing we need is...
It's outside of their boundary though.
What are you going to do with it, by the way?
I was going to put it in the van to make it fragrant and look pretty.
For about 24 hours and then it would die. We've heard that if you want to have a natural sort of pretty smell in a van, jasmine tree or jasmine plant is what you go for. Is that true? Let us know in the comments, are there any plants that you would put into a van to help the smell?
Basically, I freak out with chemicals, so
yes,
we're trying to find something natural.
We can't do any spray stuff. Got to keep an eye on this one. If you see some of that plant in our van the next couple of days, you know she's half-inched it. And she's actually spotting some more of these plants as well, which you can half-inch under the cover of darkness. Hey Nicola, while you're at it, you just steal this bike as well. Signpost and a little cafe. The last time we were here, they were actually renovating it. It looks like they have finished restoration, but I'm assuming on a Monday it's not open, because as has been the case so far, I think we've been in France now 3 days and we've seen about 2 people, and one of them's been her.
But it's actually a good thing, because you know how I have no willpower. I want to go in everywhere, so.
We have so far, we've been in 2 supermarkets today already, and it's only 20 to 3.
And I have to say, we've got the most pathetic looking baguette so far.
Oh yes,
thanks to him.
Another baguette. That's because the one we had last night was mahoosive. Stop eyeing up the plants.
You see, they must know people want to steal them because they've put theirs up there.
You can only have a piece if you know what it is.
I've got no idea.
There you go. Back to the van, cup of tea, a couple of hours work.
Cake!
Yes, the cake that featured earlier in the vlog. We still have some of it left. Look, we were actually really good. We were really reserved.
We didn't have any yesterday.
No, we didn't. But yeah, back to the van, tea, cake, work, and then we'll come back down and chill out beside the river later on this evening. Well, good evening, guys. And I know we said just a few moments ago that we will see you later this evening down by the River Loire. Well, that was actually yesterday. We went back to the van and somebody had quite a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit crazy. So Nigel's driving for a lot of hours, and then we're arriving, and then I'm working for a lot of hours.
So we are now about 3 hours north of the Spanish border, about half an hour, 45 minutes north of the dreaded Bordeaux loop. And our plan tomorrow is to get over, most likely into Spain. We're not quite sure yet what we're going to do. We're originally going to be going to Pamplona, but we decided to give that a miss because it's Easter coming up. Might call into Pamplona later in the year. So decision's undecided. A lot of it to do with this one here's work as well.
And if you're wondering why we don't want to go to Pamplona at Easter, it's just that places tend to get absolutely mobbed during that time of year. And whilst it's probably going to be completely okay, we have just heard some things that are a bit concerning when there's festivities on.
There's no kind of official campsite or anything.
Yeah.
And you know what the kids get like when they're all like jacked up on sugar with their Easter eggs and stuff. So I've decided to give it a miss, and if we do go to Pamplona later in the year, we'll pick a nondescript kind of Tuesday or something to go there. I'll put the name up of this village here, no idea where it is. Great little, again, really clean toilets.
Sheep, literally
Lots
behind us.
Yep, she's off.
Oh.
We've lost her again.
That's why I don't eat lamb anymore, because they're too cute. Oh, look. Oh, the lambs are actually playing.
Okay, let's give her 2 minutes just to look at the lambs. Hang on. What you doing?
I think it's been closed. It's closed on the 31st of March.
Oh, the church itself?
At 2 o'clock, yeah.
Nicola wanted to go in there. She saw a cracked door and she was like, I need to get in and see what's in there. Pulled up in this little random French village, really good air, and a few hours across into Spain, where we will spend the next probably 3 weeks. But I guess, as always, that will be a story for next time. Now, I was going to say apologies that this vlog has been a little bit just slow-paced, but I make no apologies for that. It's been, yes, it would have been great to get out and do some hiking and do some various bits and pieces, but it's been nice getting off the toll roads and taking our time somewhat coming down through France. And I think we've said this before, coming into Europe in your van for the very first time, I would say that France
it's so easy, so easy.
Is probably the country to try first.
And they're really friendly. I always find the French people friendly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more expensive than Spain, but next week we can fill our boots. Right, guys, well, once again, thanks a lot for, here comes some
there'll be
noise.
lots of noise. Just before we go, what do you reckon, a doer-upper? This house over here is for sale. Look at the size of that monster. I think it may be structurally not quite sound. A bit like me.
Exactly. I've got enough of a fixer-upper here to be dealing with, so. Right, guys, well, once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, somewhere in España, adios. And of course, this one here is learning Portuguese just as we're about to go into Spain.
Obrigada.
Go figure. See you next week.